I never believed the stories. Not until it whispered my name, even though no one else was there. I grew up in a small town in northern Maine, population barely 1,000. Our town sat beside a long, cold river called Marin's Bend. Everyone knew that name. But no one went near it after dark. Locals said that at exactly 3:07 a.m., you could hear the water whispering names. No one knew why. But they said once the river whispered your name, it wouldn't stop until you answered. I thought it was a story parents told to scare kids away from the woods. Until one summer night, the river whispered mine. The first whisper. It started quietly, like wind moving through tall grass. I was walking home from my friend Jake's place, taking the shortcut along the river trail. The sound of the water was calm, gentle. Then I heard something that froze me mid-step. Nate. My name. Whispered like someone was standing inches from my ear. I turned around, nothing. Just dark trees and the shimmer of moonlight on the surface. I told myself it was a trick of the wind. I walked faster. Then it whispered again. Nate. This time, from the opposite side. I ran home and locked every door. The second night. The next night, Jake texted me saying his dog wouldn't stop barking at the river. He joked about, maybe the water wants him now. I didn't laugh. At 3:07 a.m., my phone buzzed, unknown number. I picked up. All I heard was, running water. Then, faintly. Come back to the river. I hung up. The caller ID said, Marin's Bend Visitor Center. That place had been closed for years. I hung up. The caller ID said, Marin's Bend Visitor Center. That place had been closed for years. The investigation. I went back in daylight. The visitor center was abandoned, cracked glass, overgrown weeds, and a decayed wooden dock stretching into the murky water. On the wall, there were missing person posters, some recent. All had one thing in common, last seen near the river at night. I found an old logbook behind the counter. The last entry was dated 1998. It read. The voices are getting closer. We can't all be hearing the same thing, right? The page after that was ripped out. The third night. That night, I left a voice recorder near my window. I wanted proof I wasn't losing my mind. When I played it back the next morning, I felt my blood turn to ice. At first, just crickets and soft wind. Then, faint water sounds. Then. Nate, please come back. We're still waiting for you. I dropped my phone. Those weren't strangers' voices. They were my parents. They had drowned in that river when I was 8. The confrontation. That night, I couldn't resist. I went back. The moonlight was weak, the air thick and cold. I stood on the same riverbank where my parents' car had gone under years ago. The water rippled though there was no wind. Then it whispered, dozens of voices this time. Some crying. Some laughing. All calling my name. Nate, come home. My reflection in the water started to change. 2 more faces appeared beside mine, pale, smiling, half submerged. I stumbled backward, but the ground was soft, wet. Before I could move, something cold wrapped around my ankle. It pulled. The aftermath. They found my phone 2 days later, screen cracked, camera still recording. The last frame shows the river's surface, rippling in a perfect circle, as if someone had just been dragged under. Local police marked it as, missing person near water hazard. But at 3:07 a.m., even now, people who live near Marin's Bend say they hear something.